is not. I was all ready to open this show with like a really cool, like I'm going to pop the top off of this, and it's not a pop off one. I need a freaking opener, damn it.
You even have one here?
I have one.
Oh, crap.
I don't know. We're going to have to improvise here.
This is total fail.
Total fail on the opening of Open Mic Night. What is up, everybody?
Happy Friday.
Woo!
Happy 4th of July weekend for you guys that
have
an extra day.
Yeah, it's good to see everyone. Hello. Donna's in the house twice, double dipping. We got Bob and Dr. Jim, and we got Bob again. We got Diane, Carolyn, Redman, Robert, Daniel. What's up,
Jay?
everybody? Jay, what's up? Good to see everyone out here hanging out with us on a Friday night. I got to figure out how the hell to get my drink over.
Do you want me to go do it for you?
I got to figure out some way. I think I can do it this way. This is going to be bad.
This is not good. Hi, Jade Kitten.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, he did it. Did it spill?
No,
nope.
I broke the top.
Oh, that's not good.
I can't drink that one. All right.
That's what you get.
Anyway.
Do you want me to, I'll get the other one.
Yeah, I think there might be a can opener actually in the kitchen.
Sure.
All right. So with everybody here, what I'm messing up. Totally. It's all right.
Fail tonight.
What's up, John Kennedy?
You should have one in your bag.
Cat, I should.
I
should, but I don't. I'm not used to. I'm used to drinking rum all the time, and I decided to go like more summery, and like it's nice out. It's kind of hot, and I was like, oh, you know what? Can you bring me a cup too? Yeah. Thank you. Hopefully, I won't drink any glass. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Let's go through the rules so we have some kind of organization here. Here are the rules for tonight and for every night that we do this show. You are welcome to ask questions. That's what this is about. That's what this show is about. It's a learning show. So we get those questions. We try to answer them. And if we can't answer them, we write them down. And then we try to answer them later. And if we can't, then we just ignore it until it goes away. Anyway, but yeah, especially tonight. Tonight's open mic night. That means the show goes as long as you guys ask questions or throw topics out there. Or again, if you want to complain about something I've done too, I mean, you're free to do that because I take complaints. I take complaints. Yeah. I mean, thank you. I was going to take the whole bottle, but okay. Now I got my drink. Red Solo cup.
I figured you'd want that one over the
other. Oh, that's good. It's good stuff. All right.
No 3-hour show, John Kennedy.
No, John Kennedy.
That ain't happening. You're lucky if you get one.
Yeah. Rule number 2.
Kimberly says you're a dick.
What? Whatever. I'm a dick.
Wow.
What? You're a dick. She loves me, though. Hi, Kimberly. Rule number 2 is that I don't know everything, even though I sometimes pretend like I do or I sound like I do. I mean, it just so happens some people ask me questions. I actually know something about that topic, so I bombard them with information. Bam! Get it in there. So excited. I'm excited to be back. I love doing this show. Rule number 3 is that we follow the Patrick Swayze rule here, and that means
what would that be?
You can be in the chat room. You can discuss. You can debate. You can have conversations. But just don't get all mean. Don't call people a dick, Kimberly. No, don't call people names. That's all. Don't devolve into a very just like awful kind of conversation. Because if you do, then thank you. If you do, Donna will boot you out of here and you'll be gone forever. What's up, Grizz? Ooh, good day.
Good day.
Hail Sagan. Nice. I like that. Let's see. Rule number 4 is, especially for tonight, if you have a question, please do us a favor. Put a Q in front of it. That helps Donna pick it out from all the other comments that go on, especially when everyone gets into conversations and stuff. It helps pick out the questions and we can save them for later and make sure that we get to all of them. Hopefully all of them. And then rule number 5 is my favorite, especially when I don't break the top of the bottle. Drink up.
I got my fresh water today.
You got your water? Yeah. She's got one of them huge, big water. Is that lemon in there?
No, it's cucumber.
Ew.
It's cucumber water is good.
That's like...
This is my second bottle for the day.
All right. Let me get this off here.
64 ounces.
Let me get back to normal. There we are. We're back to normal. This is great. Let me look at some of the comments here. and say hi to some people. I said hi to everybody, I think. So far, I said hi to everybody. So we can start off. I got a few things that I want to touch on.
Yeah, put some
briefly.
questions out there. It's gonna be a fast show.
Yeah, we're gonna be shut down in like a half hour. I gotta clean up the glass over here. I'm not gonna drink
Oh,
this
did
bottle.
it totally
Yeah,
break?
there's pieces all over now.
that
I'm
ain't
seeing.
good.
That was a dumb thing to do.
It was. I was gonna tell you. I think I did say.
You know,
don't
if
do that.
it would have worked, it would have been really cool. And I've been like, yeah,
Yeah.
badass. But
Right? Yeah.
yeah,
You fucked that up.
as usual, went the other way. All right.
Hi,
So,
Melissa.
hi, Melissa. So I got two topics that I want to just touch on real quick. First is that I did a private home investigation in Canada. I was in Ontario, which was pretty cool. First time going to Canada for something like that. And a lot of people were asking questions and I wasn't answering them because it is a private residence and this was not something that I could just share freely. I can share some of the details, well, like vague details, but I can't share any specifics because it is a private residence. They don't want the house being known for any kind of reputation, which is both understandable and perfectly honest because there is nothing going on. I was able to go through all of the claims that the resident had. There were two small claims that happened several years ago, and I could not give explanations for them, and I didn't want to make it up. So I flat out said, look, it's been too long. The entire interior of the house is different. I can't give you explanations for this. And she was okay with that. For the rest of it, and actually for the major claims, for the major things that really gave them a scare, thinking something might be in the house, we were able to like 100% explain and recreate. So it was great, and I'm happy to report that for the first time in we'll say years, the person was able to sleep in their own bedroom with the lights off. So I don't want to go into too much detail like that because that's it. I just wanted to give you a general overview and just saying, yeah, we was able to make this a happy home and get the owner back to a normal life, basically, which was nice. That was really nice. And I checked in with her and made sure everything was still cool and she's still living life, living large and living happy. So
Woohoo!
yeah, I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy that I was able to help out, and I will be writing up a piece for it. I did there's two pictures that I'll be able to share with her. I got permission to share them, but they're inside. You're not going to be able to identify the house or anything like that. So, but
stay tuned.
It'll give you an idea of what I'm really talking about because I know I'm being vague and I'm purposely doing that, and I hope you guys all understand why. But there'll be more detail in the article that'll be coming out in probably like 2 weeks because I still need time to write it and catch up on other projects that I have here. So
Question.
That was one. Let's see. Did you bring the reports to Small Claims Coast Court? Oh, everyone's a critic. No, but I was able to. It was actually funny. Some of the stuff that I can relate. There was a ghost hunting team that was in there prior to me.
We got someone from Ontario.
They didn't find anyone or anything. And then
hi, Ontario.
What really set it off was that a medium was brought in, and this was a friend of the family or something like that. So I was, being polite. I didn't want to trash talk too much, but I didn't agree with what the medium said. He made a video and he did put it on his YouTube channel. No, I'm not going to share a link because I don't want to give away any clues to who it might be. So I apologize for that. But I did watch the video through and I was very angry at the method that this medium used and some of the things that he told the owner because it was pure bullshit, basically, that was being said. And gross misuse of ghost hunting equipment that the medium actually didn't know how to use. And he made that pretty obvious during the video. So
was there bad energy?
Bad energy. Oh, that's funny. Are you trying to be funny?
Mm-hmm.
He did
I was
use that word a
thirsty.
lot, though.
I was thirsty.
He did use that word a lot, and I was like, "You got to be freaking kidding me."
Dave
Ugh.
Schumacher, Tim
Hey, Dave.
Vickers. What?
Tim Vickers, awesome.
Hi guys.
So yeah, so that was cleared up, and again, more detail will be in the article when it comes out. I'm going to write it up, and then also get the owner to approve, make sure they're okay with what's in there, and then I'll publish it. So with that, there's one other thing I wanted to just touch on. I put it out this morning, asking if people had any idea who a paranormal author and / speaker was that's appearing at a Comic-Con of all things.
Right.
A Comic-Con. I mean, I just
That's
found that
kinda
weird.
too. I
You
agree.
know?
I agree.
Yeah, like I
That's
saw a
because
lineup.
the paranormal people don't want them.
I think that's good.
I mean,
I think you're onto
after-
something there.
After the responses you got today,
Yeah,
I
so
don't think you got any positive
and
ones.
I'm not going
did
to name
you?
his name yet because I have not met him myself. I'm going to meet him tomorrow. But there is a gentleman that claims to be a paranormal author, even though, like, I think well, I mean, I guess if you put out one book about paranormal, then you're a paranormal author. I'll give him that. But
Huh.
the website that he has, and again, if you go to my Facebook page, I am Kenny Biddle, or my personal page, if you're friends with me, you know who I'm talking about, and you can look him up. But I've seen some of his stuff. He said that he was a respected voice in the paranormal community, and I kind of laughed because I was like, I don't know who the hell this guy is. I've never heard of him before, and I looked him up,
Yeah, I
and
never did.
like, it looks like all he does is go to Comic-Cons. So, like, I don't. Okay, I don't know. A paranormal author. You coming up to meet?
You coming to meet me?
Oh, you coming to meet me? Yes. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. I appreciate everyone's feedback because I did get messages from various people giving me insight to like personal dealings with this guy. And it's not been positive, but we'll see. Like, I'm gonna go tomorrow and I'm gonna hang out. He's supposed to be doing a talk tomorrow, so I'm gonna attend that and see how that goes.
I will not be attending.
Yes, Donna will not be attending. But in spirit she'll be there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna hear her voice in my head going, "Don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like,
True.
shut up.
Like, what would Donna do?
What would Donna do? She would tell me not to do this, so therefore
Exactly.
I'm
I
going to
want
do
to.
it.
Yeah, because she ain't here to stop me.
Yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cause trouble.
I'm gonna make you a shirt that says, "What would Donna do?"
What would Donna do? And in parentheses, I'm going to do the opposite.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Not going to do it. All right, so let's get to some questions. I appreciate everyone waiting and being patient with me recapping some of the things that I'm up to.
WWD.
So WWDD. That's
It sounds pretty good.
That sounds
WWD.
like a porn.
It could be Divine Donna too.
Yeah.
What would Divine Donna do?
Oh, okay. That's
There you go.
WWDDD.
There's
Triple
your-
D.
There's your porn. Triple D.
2W triple D. No.
No.
All right. Let's get to some questions here, so people don't like say this is freaking boring. I'm going away. Oh, be a
We're
skeptic.
never boring.
Bob, what's up, buddy? I am going to start the show with a question. What guy? Sorry, I had to. Oh, that's because I
Oh,
posted.
damn it, Bob.
Because I posted. I wrote out a whole thing. I had copied the link. Wrote out a whole thing. Like, does anyone know this guy? Does anyone heard of him? You know, any insight, this and that. And then I post it, and then I went in. I went to the bathroom, and I'm in the bathroom doing my business, going, "Oh fuck." I didn't link it. I didn't put the link.
Oh.
Hurry up. Ran out, but too late because two people were always like, what guy?
Oh.
What are you talking about? Who? So
What the guy?
thanks, Bob. Appreciate you bringing that up again.
Thank you, Bob. We love you.
Redman, what is your favorite mystery from the book collection you were excited about this week when you got it? Oh, you mean that book collection right there. All that
Yes.
black right there
All the black that you can't read.
that you can't read.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And wait, before you answer that question, Jade Kitten has a follow-up. Says, please read out the titles of the Time Life books.
Oh my God.
So I don't know what you want to do first. If you want to read the titles.
I mean, I can. I'll pull up a list. I'm not going to go
okay.
over and get them all out because there's a lot there and they're sideways. So I don't want to be like this and reading them out. So, Time Life Mysteries of the Unknown. So there's 33 volumes.
Oh, that is a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot in there. They're really. I mean, I think I had 12 of the books, and I've been trying to collect them over the years as I find them. And yeah, this was like, holy crap.
In the house.
So I'll go through real quick. Mystic Places, Psychic Powers, the UFO Phenomenon, Psychic Voyages, Phantom Encounters, Visions and Prophecies, Mysterious Creatures, Mind Over Matter, Cosmic Connections,
Ooh.
Spirit Summonings, Ancient
That's a good
Wisdoms, and Secret Sex.
Secret
Like
Sex.
SECTS.
Oh, sex.
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 I can't do
it. It's not sex, people. Don't get excited.
Yeah, don't get excited. Let's see. Hauntings, Power of Healing, Search for the Soul, Transformations, Dreams and Dreaming, Witches and Witchcraft.
I want that one.
Time and Space, Magical Arts, Utopian Visions, Secrets of the Alchemists. Ooh, that sounds like it's going to be fun. Eastern Mysteries, Earth Energies.
Ooh, energy.
Drink!
Does Earth have energies? What's he talking about?
Yeah. Cosmic Duality, Mysterious Lands and Peoples, The Mind and Beyond, Mystic Quests, Search for Immortality, The Mystical Year, The Psychics, Alien Encounters, The Mysterious World, and then number 33 is the Master Index and Illustrated Symbols. Wow. So that is all back here. So if you ever come to visit, you can come over here.
What is your favorite mystery from the book collections you are excited about?
Right. So I haven't read through them yet. I mean, I read the 12 that I did have, but I did that years ago. So I'm anxious to get into some of these. Like I didn't have time this week. They were literally brought to my office here and dumped in my office and told, hey, you got them. And I was like, yeah, cool. And I spent a couple minutes putting them all on the shelf in order too, like in order of release because anal. But I haven't had a chance to actually sit and read them. But I want to get through some of them.
I want to steal one too.
Yeah.
I want the witch book.
I want the Secrets of the Alchemists. I want to read that.
Bob wants the Secret Sect. He said the secret sects are for crazy people. Secret sex is what unhappy married couples have. I love you, Bob. I love you.
That's good.
You bring so much fun to the show.
Oh, and also something I want to do too is that I'm going to put the link to join the show in the chat room. So if you have a topic or discussion that you want to pop on and talk for a couple minutes, you're more than welcome to. And then we can discuss something in detail. How much fun are we going to have at the Gettysburg Bash? We're going to have a lot of fun.
Yes, we are, and it's coming up. It's within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, we do have. Yeah, I mean it's coming, and the next couple of weeks
we're going to be
everything's going to be busy.
Oh yeah, we can't really have a show that Friday, can we?
So, oh shit, we're going to do a lot. Like, well, it depends. Are we going Thursday?
We'll be out there
Thursday.
So
we can do a show. I mean, I can bring stuff with me, and we can actually set up.
Maybe we can just
in a hotel room.
People on, or maybe we can set up downstairs. And
I don't want to do it downstairs because the internet was horrible. Like maybe we can invite people up. But maybe we can get a nice. We'll be in our own room though.
We don't have a room there.
Yeah. We'll see what we do. Okay. I don't know. Maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll do something live. I don't know. Hey, Chuck. Chuck Sanders is in the house.
Chuck. Look at
that. All right. Next question. What do we got? John Kennedy. Did you torture the other two souls this week?
Yes, he did. Yes.
Did I torture the other two souls? What are you talking about?
With the discussion the other night.
We had a good discussion. So that's something else to bring up too. I should have touched on that. I'm trying to get all the glass, little bits of glass. I feel them embedding in my arm when I'm putting my hand down. So we had a special Three Tortured Souls show on Wednesday night. It was nice. We had a gentleman on that makes equipment for a TV series called Deathwalker. He makes equipment. We originally tried to get a equipment maker that made some bold claims, especially against like skeptics. So I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to discuss it. I wasn't like mad or anything. I mean, maybe a little, but I wanted to talk to him and discuss it, but he declined. And so this gentleman, Austin Maynard, he came on the show, and he was very polite, very honest, much more honest than I'm used to. So that was really nice. And we had a discussion about a lot of things: equipment use, ideas versus theory versus hypothesis, and then some of the science behind the gadgets, which there really isn't any. And we talked really in depth. And then we actually talked about a paper about like astral projection / out of body, which was an entire in-depth conversation by itself. And really, it was actually fun to research it. But we had a good show. So if you're around, if you have time, check that out. It's online. It's on our YouTube channel. It's on the Facebook page. So check it out. It's a really good discussion. So highly recommend it. Oh, and this Wednesday too, coming up, is our regular Three Tortured Souls show.
A special edition.
Yeah. So this past one, because we're doing it the first Wednesday of a month, and we missed it this month because of me, because I had to do something. I wasn't available. And so we did a special show, special night. And now, next Wednesday, we're going to actually go over our EMF paper that we had published in a journal. And I want to say just right now that it's mostly Dave. I contributed a little bit. And I know Tim contributed a little bit, but it was mostly Dave. So all the credit really should go to Dave for putting that together. I'm happy to just being able to take a ride on that. So, all right. Anything else?
Well, Kimberly wants the Peaches to be guest speakers at the bash.
Guest speakers at the bash. At the bash. Are you?
They want to be on our show as guest speakers.
You want to be on our show?
Yeah.
For guest speakers. Well,
that's what we were talking about.
I wouldn't do that. No, I'm kidding. We could probably do that. That would actually be fun. Yeah, you mean at the bash? Yeah, we could set that.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Kenny, where are you?
I'm somewhere not where I should be.
You're not together here. Take another drink. You need some energy.
I need.
Maybe you need rum. I don't think that cider's working for you.
No, it's not. It's not having the same effect.
Cucumber water?
No, hell no. Ugh, that's just disgusting.
Kimberly's like, your show. Stop drinking. She says. I agree, Kimberly.
No.
I don't know what's going on over there. No idea what we're talking about.
So we could do that.
Yeah, we bring the. Maybe we can set up in the Peaches room because they all have rooms.
Yeah. We can bring everything because I can set everything up.
So the problem, Kimberly, is we don't have a room at that hotel. We didn't get in time for the Wyndham. So everybody's going to be at the Wyndham. So as long as we can set up in one of your rooms, then I should be able to pack everything in my backpack, and we'll set up everything there. So all right,
cool. All right, there we go. We got a show for that weekend. We got stuff. I'll probably say at the end of the show too, but we got a couple. Wow, I think every show.
Redman.
Holy shit! The next 4 shows we're gonna have guests.
Okay.
So next week, Daniel Reed, who's in the chat room, he's coming out to visit next week. He's going to come out here for a long weekend and actually visit with us and be in the CFI building and all that stuff. So he's going to be on the show next Friday night, and then the Friday after that, we'll be in Gettysburg with the Peaches. And then there's 2.
Redman says, let the ladies take over like last year. They rock.
Oh.
That was when we took over the 3TS show.
We took over the 3TS show.
We did really well.
Yeah.
We did do well.
But yeah, then the 21st and the 28th, we're going to be in 2 secret locations with 2 different guests.
with 2 secret guests until we can.
We're gonna be on location at 2 undisclosed locations with
almost
2
all through
undisclosed
July.
guests.
Yeah.
So yeah, the rest
July's
the whole,
going to be a busy month.
Yeah. So
but we'll try to make it every week.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna make it. All right, cool. Let's.
You got another,
what else we got?
Want another question?
Yeah, I need another question.
So before we go back to the other questions, Bob, of course it's Bob. He sees the black box.
Oh yes.
Is there something in the black box tonight?
Thank you, Bob.
I mean, I know since I can see inside the remote viewing challenge box, but for the other viewers who do not have that vision.
Yes. Okay.
Come on, Bob.
Good one. So yes, we are doing a remote viewing challenge tonight. Here is the box. For those of you that do it and need your target ID number, there is the target ID.
TK421.
Thank you. And there is something in it.
I'm not going to tell you what it is. You look so funny.
All right. So that's it. There's something in there. This time it's not locked because I lost the key.
Oh!
So you can't go in. That's why it's staying on this side so that Donna doesn't try to take it and see what's inside.
Oh.
So it's
but
there.
At the break I can.
And this week, if you get it, and so if you want to guess, put the word guess and then your guess. But put it in the show, and at the end of the show, we'll open it up.
The lock. Bob's guess is the lock.
And you can have your pick of any of these books. One of these books. One of these books.
Put a G next to your guesses.
Flim Flam. Investigating Strange Mysteries by Joe Nickell. Bizarre Case Files. This is from Skeptical Inquirer magazine. The Outer Edge. Classic Investigations of the Paranormal. Ooh, with an intro by Carl Sagan.
Ooh.
That's nice. And then Science to the Rescue, edited by Ben Radford. That bastard always gets away on this show. He always figures out a way.
John Kennedy says he needs the Randy book.
All right.
You
so
need to guess well,
make a guess. Take a
Put
good
a
guess.
G in front of your guess, please.
Yes.
If you're guessing tonight. Kenny, shake that box one more time.
Ugh.
Please.
Take the actual bottle. Did you drink this? You
I
did.
poured it in the glass.
okay.
OMG tonight, Kenny.
I thought you... All right. There you go. That's
Thank
it.
you.
I'll do it later. Did you bring the opener?
I did. I handed it to you. It's red.
Oh, it's red.
Here,
You did?
it's right here.
Oh, okay. There it is.
You're gonna try more,
I'm
huh?
going to try another one. Yeah.
He really needs to do something.
Maybe I have to cancel out the first one. All right. Hey, Willow Schuyler.
Yeah.
Willow is here.
She wants us to come up to Winnipeg.
Oh, how far is that? I don't know how far
She
that is.
says.
I don't know anything about Canada except Niagara Falls. Like that's
Come on,
the only
what's
place that I
going on?
know. Let's see. When is it? Winnipeg? If you
Yeah,
come out of
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
She has a few haunted places. There's a few haunted
Winnipeg.
places that I'm sure you'd love to investigate.
City and over Canada, and we're gonna look at Google Maps and directions, and that is a whopping calculating. Oh, that's we're gonna have to fly.
Oh, is that far? Okay.
It's a 21-hour drive.
Oh, she says there's
That's
a story of a UFO crash too.
Oh, UFO crashes. I like those. Oh, that's another. I finally submitted the article about the Las Vegas UFOs in my backyard case that came out. So if you have questions about that, I can talk about that now. I wasn't talking about it because I was putting everything into the article and wait until I was done, but I can talk about that now. All right. So if I come up to Canada again, you should come to Winnipeg. We have a few haunted sites. I would love to do that. That would be a lot of fun. And I appreciate you. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us for tonight. That's awesome. I like to see new people showing up and hanging out and
Having some good times.
yeah, seeing what's up. Post-it notes. Donna's tickets to Indiana. Serious question. Out of curiosity, how was the air quality in Canada, and how is it in Buffalo right now?
It sucked. This
So
week has been pretty bad down
it
here.
was bad. There was one day that was really, really
yeah,
bad. It was
yesterday. I
like
think, or
you,
Wednesday.
yeah, it was
Wednesday
a couple
into
days ago.
Thursday.
Yeah, that you looked outside and it was just all
You can
smoky.
smell it.
Yeah, and it smelled like somebody had a campfire going like in your backyard.
Yeah.
It was so strong. It's not. I mean, it's been okay. It's been hot and humid here, but it was. I don't know. I mean, I really didn't notice too much today.
It was hazy, like that haze.
Yeah,
You didn't really smell it, but you could see it. Like,
yeah. It was. It's been all right. I mean, the winds have been shifting around, so we haven't gotten hit bad with it. I don't think it's anywhere near some of the pictures that I saw, where people were showing like downtown areas that were just red, with all that mist and the sun trying to come through, and it was just ugly. So, all right, moving on. What else we got there?
hold on, I'm trying to do both.
Trying to do both. I'm looking at.
There you go.
Oh, the lady in white myth seems to be very common for haunted hotels. Have you come across a true story that actually had some probability to it? So, the lady in white is not just common for hotels. I've seen that on highways, in cemeteries. Actually, the first book that I published was a ghost story book about the Lehigh Valley in Pennsylvania, and it had a lady in white. So it's a very, very common story. I think most of the books. So like, let me see, where am I here? So this shelf here and above it, there's a couple shelves, and they're all regional ghost books. So every place that I travel, every place that we go, I usually pick up the local ghost story books, and they usually have a lady in white. So it's very common to see that almost anywhere. When there's any historical probability to it, it's usually like the hitchhiker kind of thing. It's usually someone got lost. It's very hard to track down because there's usually no names associated with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, there was a story of this woman. She was hitchhiking. She got killed, and all this stuff that happened that, I mean, usually these stories are the kind where all the details you would only know the details if either the murderer or the murdered
we're
told
there.
you. So that's the only way you could know the details. So I doubt there's any validity to any of them, much less actual lady in white. I mean, I think it's just a common thing
Yeah,
for people.
Cheryl here says they have ladies in white in just about every haunted location in Kentucky.
Yeah, it's a very common story. I know we had them down in like New Hope, in Gettysburg has a lady in white. New Hope. I said that the first time. Okay, New Hope, Gettysburg. Where else did we go? There were a couple places. Oh, the one of the covered bridges had a lady in white. There was a cemetery in Allentown.
Why would ladies wear white? Like when they were grieving, they were black. So why would it be a lady in white?
Well, it's not really someone that's grieving. It's not. That's not part of the story. It's usually somebody that was murdered. Usually by hitchhiking or something like that. But I think the white comes in because it's usually a misty, foggy road or cemetery, and I think people are seeing mists that are kind of just moving around and maybe get a swirl, and they mistake that for a woman. Yeah. And
because that's where I want to be in the middle of the night, walking down a misty road with a nice, beautiful white dress on.
Hey, what do you want to do in your afterlife? I don't know, walk around the cemetery.
Kenny, we should do that tonight. I'll just put a white dress on and we'll just walk around.
No, that's dangerous.
It'd be freaky.
That would be dangerous. I could see some,
especially now in the haze.
Ghost hunters coming out and trying to tackle you. Because I'd sit there drinking, going, I told you.
Look at the lady in white. Look at her.
Get her, boys, get her.
Yeah.
She's running away. She's behind the tree.
You would do that to me. You would.
That's funny. I would totally do that. There she goes. Look at her run. Woohoo! She's quick.
You're mean. You're mean.
Oh,
Carolyn
man.
says there was a lady of white in Oswego, but she was alive and wore old-fashioned clothes when she walked the road to pick wildflowers. Freak people out.
I'm sure.
I'm
sure.
telling you, I'm gonna do that.
I mean, sometimes, I mean, I've walked down Gettysburg.
Bob,
in the
that's
streets
Lady
and,
in
like,
Red, Bob.
poked
Lady
people.
in Red. She's
She's
dancing with me cheek to
Oh my
cheek.
God. Damn it, Bob.
Lady in Red, Bob. Not white.
Oh, well. All right. What do we got? Do we have any more questions? We're going to be done in an
Maybe.
hour.
Yeah, we will.
We got a lot of
Carolyn's got a
people, though.
question.
Now that you're in New York, what alleged haunted hotspots, such as Rolling Hills Asylum, will you be investigating? At rest stops on the Thruway, there used to be
Sorry,
maps
Bob.
of haunted locations in New York. So I haven't seen that yet. The maps. I do have a book. Where is it? I picked. This is from our library. It's Shadows of the Western Door: Haunted Sites and Ancient Mysteries of Upstate New York by Mason Winfield, who I actually met. The author of this came to my lecture back in January, and I got to meet him. Really nice guy. And there's some stuff in there. I'm going to page through it. I might be going out this next weekend when Daniel gets up here to check out some sites. I don't know yet. I got to page through that and see what's up here. I've done the Hinsdale House a couple times. If you haven't seen it yet, Melanie Tresick King. I'm trying to say the name. I'm so used to saying Tresick King.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I say it right.
Now,
Melanie
say it again.
Tresick King.
You're trying too hard.
Shh. Eat your snacks.
I am.
She did.
Where is she? She should be on the show.
She did 2 videos with us. Because myself and Melanie and Anthony, we stayed at the Hinsdale House overnight. So we did one interview where we were in the Hinsdale House, sitting on the couch, allegedly where the exorcism took place. That's associated with that house. So we did an interview there. That was about an hour long. And then we did a follow-up video later on over Zoom where we summed up what happened and what we did and what we found in a part 2. So really good. And part 2 actually has bloopers. So definitely watch the whole thing through. I hate looking at myself because, like, when I'm doing this show, I'm looking at I try to look at the camera, but I'm right in front of me on the screen, and I hate seeing myself. But I really hate seeing myself when other people film me, because at least here I can make it look like, oh, I look pretty good. But then you get the side angle, and it's like, wow, I need to work out.
I need to work out.
Stop eating freaking cupcakes and drinking rum. But yeah, so I don't watch myself, but I watched the end of it with the bloopers, and it was really, really funny. Made me laugh.
It was funny.
I did a couple interviews so far that have come out, but I've been sharing them as much as I can. So if you're interested, if you want to hear me talk more. Kat says, question. Don't know when it was, last week maybe, but someone on that fluffy little Paranormal Australia page put up something about the spirit boxes not containing voice recorders. Not containing voice recorders. Spirit boxes not. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Yeah, I have another question.
Is there more to that? Oh,
I don't know.
What do you know about Australian ghost stories?
Or if it was something different.
They involve crocodiles. They have an accent. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with my voice either. I'm like, I got something in there, but yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about. If you want to come on and clarify a little bit more, that would be great. Because I'm not sure what you're talking about with the ghost boxes and stuff. I talked to the guy on the 3 Tortured Souls. We were talking about ghost boxes. I'm not a fan of ghost boxes at all. I think they're honestly, I think they're a waste of time and money. But moving on. I mean, if you can come on, that'd be great. I will. I'll put the link back in the chat room in case somebody wants to pop on. There we go. That's coming through.
Yeah, and get your more questions in, or we're going to be doing the box soon.
Have you ever worked with animals that see things we do not? They say animals can see things we can't. Thoughts? So my first question automatically is, who are they? Like, that's the first question we have to ask here. Who are they? and where did they get their information from. So we actually did a well, 3TS is getting a lot of publicity today. Three Tortured Souls, we did a show about animals, and they have a different hearing range than us. They have different vision than us. Sometimes, mostly hearing a range is different from ours. So there's no way to really tell if they're allegedly seeing things we do not. I mean, they probably are seeing things, but more like bugs or a light. I mean, you're talking about some pets that a laser pointer will entertain them for hours. So, and even me, because I like playing with it. I think, oh yeah. But what are they seeing? Are they seeing bugs? I mean, that's totally possible. They can see a fly or a mosquito, or perhaps they're hearing something
flies
outside. So if they're hearing something outside and they're looking at where they hear it, but to you it looks like they're looking at a wall or down a hallway when they're actually just looking where the sound is. That's maybe coming out from outside. I don't think there's anything where animals can see spirits. I haven't seen anything on that, like actual scientific papers or anything like that on it. So I wouldn't go with that for now. Have you ever worked with animals? I don't work with animals. I mean, I have a dog, but I don't do that. Let's take an animal to work thing when I do investigations. Not at all.
No, he's not happy with taking our dog anywhere.
Yeah. Well, and I definitely don't like cats because
he's allergic.
So allergic to them. So yeah, I don't know if that answered the question that you wanted, but that's pretty much my thoughts on it right now. And I mean, if you can come up with something that says differently, by all means, please share it with me so we can take a look. Let's see. Daniel Reed says, and how do they know animals see things we do not?
You don't. So, yeah, we don't really.
I mean, I won't get into the biology of it. I don't know what they're seeing. Maybe they can see a wider spectrum than us, but
it does, Bob.
I mean, we can look up. Let's look it up now.
Sweetheart.
Let's see. Hearing ranges of animals. All right. So humans. Oh, that's not right. What is that from? Frequency hearing ranges in dogs and other species from Louisiana State University. So they're saying that, where are my glasses? There they are. So humans, about 64 to 23,000 hertz range. That's what they're saying. Dogs are going 67 to 45,000 hertz.
Wow.
So almost double.
That's
what
why
we
she
can
barks
hear
at every little thing, because she hears shit that we don't.
A cat goes from 45 to 64,000 hertz. So that's even more than a dog. So right there, the two most popular pets that people can have hearing ranges that they can hear higher frequencies, much higher frequencies than we can. Dogs can hear twice as high, and then cats can hear 3 times as high. So that's a lot. And who knows what's going on outside or right outside the house or in other parts of the house. They might be picking up subtle things from kids moving upstairs or downstairs or something like that.
Rummy picks up the little fly, and she's got this special bark when there's a fly in the window that I have to kill. It does. She has a special bark. It's like, it's like, come on, Mom, there's something over here. Like,
so let me see. Put this up. So they can be hearing a bug in the wall or a mouse in the wall. They just that's exactly. They could hear it. You don't hear it. They can, and they're staring at it like something's there. I want it.
And Redman says that
Jason from TAPS used his dog on a few investigations. I mean, I don't think that's a good idea. Personally, I don't think that's a good idea because it interferes. I think it causes a distraction when you have a dog.
It depends on the dog too. I mean, my dog is definitely a distraction.
Your dog is a total distraction.
She's a love bug, and she just wants love.
And she's annoying.
And she's not annoying.
She's totally annoying.
She just wants love.
Annoying. But yeah, they can be a distraction because if they hear something outside and start barking or reacting to it, how much time is wasted trying to find out what they're trying to figure, what they're barking at. So I wouldn't I wouldn't give it any credibility. at least until somebody tests it for realsies, and gives us some
Realsies.
information. All right, moving on. What else we got here? We got
Hold on a
we
second.
got questions.
Yeah, have you
Okay.
ever had a psychic reading that was accurate?
No,
Not Kenny.
I have not, and I've sat for dozens of people, easily dozens of people. Sat for them, got readings,
He has
and
bad energy.
you have bad energy.
Drink,
Hmm.
bitch.
Um,
drink.
oh, so I've tried to have readings. For the most part, it's cold reading techniques. That's what I've come across. Vague guesses that don't work. I haven't had a hot reading done to me, except for there was a few people that did know me, and they repeated stuff that was on Facebook. So I mean, we're Facebook friends, and I have no doubt that they saw it. So when you repeat something almost word for word, what I posted online, then that doesn't tell me you're psychic. It's tell me you're cheating.
You can read.
Yeah, you can read. That's great. You looked me up. But no, I have never had a psychic reading that was accurate. And I really haven't had I mean, it depends on the situation, because sometimes I go into it where I don't know anyone. I just go to a psychic fair and I sit down and pay for a reading and have them do it. So they don't know who I am, and they are basically throwing out questions. And I don't answer questions. I don't answer anything except, this is my name. Okay, that's about it. If they ask me if my mother passed, I don't answer that, because hello, that's what you're supposed to be telling me. If they ask me if anyone passed, if they start doing the, I see a father figure, it could be a father or grandfather, uncle. Like, all right, which one is it? This is a lot of the readings that I come across. So I don't offer any information. I let them tell me what's going on. And then sometimes, if they say, do you have somebody that passed on? I'll say something like, oh, yeah, I'll make up a relative and see if they go with it. And if they do, then it's telling me, well, they're making up the story just like I am. But I haven't come across anyone that was accurate. And then also what I do is also when I sit down and I have time and I know the people kind of, I'll ask them exactly what they do. Like, I want to know exactly how your superpowers work. Do you actually hear something? Do you see something? What are you seeing? What are you hearing? I want to know exactly what you are experiencing, so I can judge how you're reacting to like my reactions. And it goes back and forth like that. But so far, no one's ever been able to actually demonstrate what they say they can, or give me an accurate reading. So that was a long-winded way of answering your question. So there you go.
Yeah.
Hope that answered your question.
Thanks for answering that. So John and Robert are both interested in knowing about the UFO whistleblower news. Is there anything new?
So I haven't seen anything new. I kind of got distracted by the Las Vegas UFO story or alien story. So I got distracted by that. The whistleblower guy, I haven't really looked into what he said. But honestly, it's like, here's how I see it. Like, if you work on a project that's classified and you tell all, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. I mean, a lot of trouble. But if you are a whistleblower on things that didn't really happen,
how much trouble can you get in?
You can't get in trouble because
Right.
they didn't happen. So you're not revealing any classified information. You are just making up a story. And I'm kind of leaning towards that with that whistleblower case.
John said he's going to shoot you a link later.
All right, yeah, shoot me a link so I can read up on it. I just haven't. I've been so absorbed with other projects, and like the only alien thing that I was doing again was the Las Vegas one. So I really didn't pay any attention to the whistleblower, because it's like, oh, great, another one.
Right.
Like, okay, get in line. How many are we going to have? When are you going to appear in Joe Rogan? Because that kind of shit that he fucking does.
That's funny.
Oh god damn. So but yeah, I haven't I appreciate the link. I'll take a look at it probably over the weekend just to catch up on it so I have an idea of what's
Maybe
going on.
if you work this weekend.
Maybe.
Kenny's not supposed to work this weekend.
It's a sad Kenny.
Sad Kenny.
It's a sad Kenny. I want to work because I love my job. All right. What else we got here? Honey?
We're done with questions.
We got no questions?
No. So
Oh my god.
I think we should go to the box.
I think we well, some of these comments are actually kind of cool. Let's see.
There you go. What's
most of
the
us
difference between a hot and a cold reading?
All right, that's a good question. So cold reading is probably the most common, at least that I see, and that's when you go in cold. You don't know anything about the people, but you look at their clothing, you look at their facial expressions, you look at their mannerisms, you look at the reactions that they have to things that you say, and then you base your story, your narrative off of those reactions. If you kind of say something like, well, you know, I'm looking at you and I'm kind of seeing like an older woman with like trouble around here, I'm looking at you to see if you're nodding your head like, oh yeah, like this, which tells me I'm on the right track. Or if you scrunch up your face, that means no, you don't know what I'm talking about. So I try something different. Maybe like go to like, oh, maybe it's not your mother or grandmother. Maybe it's somebody to the side, like an aunt, or maybe a close friend, something like that. And you are fishing. You are asking more questions than offering information. And when you ask those questions and the people respond to you, then you regurgitate that back to them in a different way. It happens. Regurgitate. That's how I see it. Like they take in that information and then they mix it up a little bit and then spit it back out to you. They phrase it a little differently, or you get something like, "That's what I thought." You know, like if you say like, "Oh, I'm feeling like a mother or like a grandmother with chest area thing, like something going on here," and you as a sitter says, "Oh yeah, my mother just passed away with breast cancer." And the psychic will go, "Oh, that's what I was getting to." And they confirm the information that you told them. Not that they predict it, but that's what you told them. So there's a lot of stuff like that. There's techniques where you can come up, especially when you have like I'm seeing the J name, you know, the John or Jimmy or something like that. Which these are cold readings. Yeah. So they're throwing out things. They're casting a line. They're fishing to see if you bite. And they reel you back in. On the other side of the coin, hot reading is when you have knowledge of them prior to the reading. So basically, if like you would sign up with me, if you scheduled a reading with me ahead of time, that usually means you gave me your credit card. So I have your credit information. I will do a background check on you. And as we are talking, as we're on the call, I can have already gone through your Facebook, your social media, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, and looked weeks or months into the past and see what events you posted. Whether your pet passed away or a relative passed away, or you went to like somewhere on vacation or something didn't turn out the way you wanted to. Most of us put that out on social media so we get to see it. And either I can write down notes and have notes just in front of me. Like even right now, like I have notes right in front here and I can look down. I also have notes on the side here. So I could be doing, let me see. Let me read the spirits doing this. And I could read off my notes. Also, another technique, and this is something that Susan Gerbic picked up and told me about, is that some of the psychics, when they do Zoom calls, you see them going like this, and they're looking down into the one corner of the screen, and I'm looking down here. And that's usually where instant messages pop up. So I could have Donna off to the side. So if I turned her mic off, you wouldn't know she was here because you can't see her.
Right.
She could be looking you up and then typing information into the laptop, and you won't hear it because it's a quiet keyboard, and it'll pop up on screen right in front of me. So I can actually go like this and go, oh, you know what? I see like, who's Sparky? Is Sparky someone that's important to you? And you're like, oh my God, that's my dog. I'm like, yeah, I see Sparky wants to tell you he's okay. It's like, oh my God, my dog died last week. And a whole act like that. Sorry if anyone has a dog named Sparky. But
Oh, I gotta get up now.
sorry. But that's basically hot reading, when you know information prior to sitting with them, and you know the information, and you phrase it in a way that it sounds like you're getting it from beyond. You're basically acting. That's what it is. So those are the two. And cold reading I've done a bunch of times. I've done it for classes. Sometimes I've done it for like college classes. I've gone in and spoken about solving mysteries, and I've just broken out in the middle and done a cold reading, and to the point where I had to stop the student when they were leaving and convince them that I was not psychic, because they really thought I was. I've also done hot reading, and I've done hot reading so well, I did it to a skeptical humanist group that I spoke to with Rob Palmer. The two of us did a lecture on psychics, and I did a hot reading on the board members of that group, and I got so much good information and totally convinced them that they didn't know how I got it. And the funny part was that I had printed out their bios off of their own website. So they wrote these bios themselves, posted it on their websites, and I just printed it out, had it up with me, and it had certain things highlighted. And I was literally reading it off the page. And I just acted enough like I was like, oh, I'm getting a vision. I'm getting a word. I'm getting this. And they were amazed. So, I mean, when you're skilled at it, and I'm not skilled at it at all, but when you get skilled in it, you can do really good. It looks really good. But you just have to know the technique in order to recognize what they're doing. So I hope that answered your question. And I see that we got a few more, which is awesome. Yeah. Thank you, people. I love when we get questions. How is your vaccine chip working? Anyone else keep a slight buzzing every now? Yeah.
A slight buzzing.
A slight buzzing. I get slightly buzzed. Every now and then.
I start flying away every once in a while.
Every now and then. Oh my goodness.
Just get real lightheaded and just go to a different place.
That's funny, because actually the guy that I'm gonna see tomorrow on his oh my god, I'm just so, if you go into look for Bible by Bennett,
just come out to the Buffalo Comic-Con.
He's got a website. It's really hard to get to because it's not like BibleByBennett.com. It's actually BibleByBennett.com dot something else, like dot free website. But on it, it's a mix of religious kind of stuff, and then there's a tab that says deceptions, and you clicked on it, and part of the, I guess, overall world deceptions was that we were getting implanted, and everyone's being tracked from space, and the government knows where everyone is at all times because you have chips in you, and
whatever. I'm glad they know where I am, so when I go missing, somebody can find me.
Yeah, you know, there. I mean, if that was the case, honestly, that's a good point, because there should be no missing persons.
Right.
There should be no missing persons or no missing bodies or anything like that. If everyone is chipped,
right,
we should know where everybody is, and like
that's not happening. So hello, conspiracy theorists, think about what you're
horrible.
Saying.
All right,
moving on.
Moving on, because that's going to get me angry.
Here's a good question, John.
John, what have you done for yourself lately outside work life? I don't understand this question.
He doesn't understand it because he doesn't know what it is.
I don't understand this. This is my life.
Question. This is
what have you done for yourself?
You know, like outside of work. You know, like what have you done lately?
Play some video games.
Yeah, he found a good guy on Yahoo that he's been watching.
Yahoo.
Or Yahoo.
Wow, YouTube.
Yahoo. Where'd that come from?
Hi, 2002.
Yahoo.
Hi.
That's weird. I don't know where that came from.
YouTube. I've been watching. What is it?
Oh, come on! You don't know the name?
Getaway to France or something. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
It's a chateau.
I'm gonna share it. Because he's a cool guy.
Yeah, so cool. This guy bought a chateau and he's fixing it up.
He's in France. He bought a chateau, and
it's an old castle.
Let's see. Where is it? I don't know. Where is it?
No.
Oh wait, there it is. Escape to rural France.
France.
And it's really good. I mean, I watched the series. He bought this old, burned out, abandoned chateau, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful ruin. Like it would definitely be a place I would explore when I was, in my teens and 20s. But he bought the whole place and he's rebuilding it, and mostly by himself. I mean, he does get help. He's got a couple guys that come in, and one of his buddies flies in like every 2 weeks and helps him for a week and then goes home. But for the most part, he's doing daily work on it by himself, putting floors in and all this like old stone structure. It's beautiful. And so I sit there and binge watch that. So,
yeah, that's his guilty pleasure.
But I mean, it's still like it all falls into what I do anyway, because I'm learning how to
Yeah, but
build
that's
stuff.
what you do. It's really outside of work, though. It's not like you're doing a paper on it. You're just
Right. But one day
You're
it will come
unwinding.
up. One day I'm going to be at a haunted location. Someone's going to say something about the structure. And I'll be like, wait a minute. I know about this. And then all that information from that entire series is going to pop into my head and go, I can tell you about this. And I'm going to tell you about the brickwork and the stonework and the mortar and it's lime and versus concrete and this and steel beams. And I'm going
But you're going to
go
be
crazy.
so crazy and old that you're not going to be able to do it. You're going to tell somebody how to do
I'm going to have so much fun.
it.
All right. Outside of work. That's silly.
Yeah,
talk.
right.
I don't
Kennedy,
do
come
anything
on.
except work.
It's
This is
so
what I
true.
do.
That's all he friggin' does.
Yeah.
We had a discussion.
Kyle, I love your profile picture. It's awesome.
Superman.
Alex Ross, Superman is just so awesome.
So, what paranormal misconception would you consider your favorite to bring into the light of science and logic?
Love that the questions are read for me. Misconception, paranormal misconception, would you consider your favorite to bring into the light of science and logic? Wow.
It's a stumper.
Well, it's probably just repeating stuff, but the misconception that all of these gadgets are talking to ghosts or detecting ghosts. I mean, that's really the crossroads where belief and science hit and cause pseudoscience, because you have people bringing in these gadgets that were designed for a specific purpose, and for that specific purpose, they do work. Sometimes not great, but they still work for that purpose. And yet you have literally a bunch of amateur hobbyists that adopt these gadgets and they repurpose them for stuff that they are not meant to do, and try to put like a scientific label on it, where all these gadgets, and this is actually something we talked about the other night with the gadget builder, that so many people are just using the same novelty gadgets, like the REM pod is made from a Junior Thurman device. So you're taking that and put it into different 3D printed bodies, and it's all the same, but people are selling it as something different, or they give it a new name and a higher price, and
if
then
it
send it
lights
out
up
there.
and it's pretty,
Yeah,
somebody will buy it.
they put more lights on it, or add some lights, or add some sound, or add some music, or add some spooky music, or some novelty music that we can recognize from like cartoon shows and stuff, and they resell the same stuff over and over again, and there's no science behind what they are using it for, because they're using it to say, oh well, ghosts can affect it, and we have nothing to say that actually works. Especially like the broken radios, the ghost boxes, spirit boxes, and Frank boxes, and stupid boxes, and all kinds of name boxes that they put out. It's all the same shit, but people put a different name on it, sell it for a different price, and maybe add in little extras to make it look, oh, let's add reverb, or let's add echo, or that's the same thing. Or let's add this, or let's put some LEDs around the inside of the speaker so it looks really cool. All the same shit. And I wish people would actually look at the science behind it and realize that it doesn't work, and stop spending their money.
Oh my God. It doesn't work.
It doesn't fucking work.
It's just lights that light up and make sounds. Like, get in there.
If you want something like that, seriously, go buy an old transistor radio and just move the dial back and forth. That's all you got to do. You'll get the same thing, and you can adjust the speed. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
look Look at that.
You're so funny.
I mean, it just drives me crazy, and I feel bad for
People that are spending
slightly
their money.
that. Yeah, people are spending money because
They think
they don't know any better.
yeah, they don't realize that it's just a novelty. And I think that's where the problem is. The people don't advertise properly.
Right. We should take a break.
We should, because we're over.
it's
And
over an
they're-
hour.
Yeah.
So we are going to take our pee break.
Yes.
I still like calling it that.
And we're going to come back and do the box, and then we'll finish questions.
We're going to do questions, and then we'll do the box.
I think we should do the box first.
I'm in charge. I don't know if nobody gave you the memo, but I'm still in charge. All right. Pee break starts now. All right. We are back. What's up? Oh, we still have a whole bunch of people here with us. That's great. I love it. I love when you guys hang out with me on a Friday night.
Yeah, especially a holiday one. Hopefully everybody's having a safe weekend if you're traveling anywhere.
Yeah, I got a 4-day weekend.
Yeah. It's going to be
It's
rough.
so weird.
I think I'm just going to take your key so you can't get in the building.
It's
Oh, I could do it. That's
so weird.
He could never.
Don't touch my keys.
Uh-huh.
That, like, this is the first time in my entire life where, like, you tell me we have a day off and I'm bummed.
He is, and it's so sad for me.
I love being here. I love working.
He finds a reason to come over.
I know.
I'm just going to take this over to the office. In 3
I'll
hours,
be back in 5
4
minutes.
hours
Wink,
later.
wink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 hours later. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, it's dinner. You know, do you want to eat?
Oh yeah, dinner. I am hungry. I mean, wow, my stomach is rumbling.
Yeah, I'll come home for food.
I just thought that was an EVP.
Oh my god.
Oh man. All right.
Well, you want to start with Tom?
So yeah, let's
There we go.
just put this
Hi,
out here so
Tom.
he can say
I'm
something
sorry
about
you
it.
missed the first hour of the show.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. I mean, we're here. So, like, I was curious. I saw this comment and I was like, "Oh, was it rough? How? Like, was it rough for you listening to certain people, or was it like too technical?" I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just curious. I'm like, why is it rough? Why was it rough for you? Let me know. All right. With that, let's move on to something like a question.
Oh.
Let's see. I just wanted to ask what was so tough, and then see what he says in response.
Oh, wait, okay, we did this one. Hold
Kyle.
on.
Oh, did I do that one? Yeah,
Yep.
misconception.
Kent is up.
How do you recognize possible bullshit when a medium is used on an investigation? So it really depends on what they're doing. So I don't. I mean, most of you guys know this, but for anyone new, I don't hold any kind of belief in mediumship, psychic abilities, anything like that. I haven't seen any evidence that would support those superpowers that I call them. So when I see mediums in a location and they're doing their thing, usually what I see is that they are giving very general descriptions, very vague descriptions, nothing nothing detailed, or they don't pick up on, say, events that happen. Say if somebody right next to them or behind them sees a shadow and they all swear it's a ghost, but the medium didn't pick it up. Something like that. It really depends on what they say. You have to study them. You have to figure out what they're doing, what they're looking at, how they're working. And if they're just being vague, and most of the time that they are, I don't really encounter any that are, when a medium is on an investigation, it's Scooby-Glue. There's bullshit. That's a good one, too. I really haven't seen anyone that gave specific information that could not be linked to a previous visit or previous research. So if you were there before and you heard the stories and the things that you're saying just go with the flow of the story that you've already heard, that's not proof to me that there's anything going on, because I can do that. Anyone can do that, really. There has to be something extraordinary. I mean, and again, it goes back to, I don't know if you heard this part, but it goes back to what I was saying about like cold reading and hot reading, where I totally lost my thought. I totally lost it.
Too much energy in there.
Where was I going? About knowing. Oh, well, yeah. So you should know. I got it back. You shouldn't go in there and just say, I'm feeling maybe like the energy of a man or something like that.
Energy.
You want to know.
He said energy.
Like, first, I want to know what they can do. That's where I was going with this. It's the question that I always ask. What can you do? If you say you're a medium, you're a psychic, whatever, what specifically do you do? Explain it. I want to know details. And don't give me shit about like, oh, it doesn't work this way and it's random and this and that. I mean, it works when you're getting paid. So You should be able to do it anytime. So basically, tell me what you can do. If you can see people like ghosts, if you hear them as like you're hearing me, because I've had a lot of that. I've had a lot of people tell me, oh, I can hear spirits just like they're talking like you, like what you're talking about and how you sound. I hear them like that. Well, then it should be clear as day. You can have a conversation with them. You should walk into an alleged haunted house and have a conversation with all the ghosts, just like that show Ghosts. That's a good show. I
Oh,
love that
yeah.
show. It should be like that.
Yeah.
You know?
The ghost show that's on at night.
Yeah. You just say, "Hey, what's your name?" Did you get the name? I don't see what the problem is. But if they can't, and it's just vague stuff like, "Oh yeah, I think this and I think that. I feel, maybe an old person, or I feel like someone died here." Like, no shit. Like that's just, oh, that's so terrible to say that.
Moving on.
Oh.
Let's move on.
So it really depends on the situation to come down to it. What they're saying, how they're saying it, what they're doing, and just picking out their behavior and behavioral traits. So I hope that answered your question. All right. What else we got?
Can you explain the flashlight thing? How does it work?
Yes.
Do
So
you have a flashlight
do I
here?
have a flashlight?
You have one
I
in
think
your
it's in
drawer?
the cabinet, the equipment cabinet, display case. So basically, the flashlight trick works on certain types of mag lights, and it has to be the old xenon bulb, which heats up significantly when it's on, and it has the twist top on it, and that's the big thing. I mean, if you have to manipulate something to get it to work, then it's not evidence of anything. But basically, you unscrew the head until it turns on, because that's how it works. Because I think the more you unscrew it, then it makes contact. So as you unscrew it, you get that sweet spot where it's just on. Well, you turn it on for a little bit. You can do it either way. You can either turn it on or get it where it's just on.
It's MIA.
Okay. And when it's just on, no, I need a specific one.
Oh.
And I don't know. I don't know where it is, because I had them.
Yeah, you had a whole bunch of them.
But anyway, so you unscrew the head until the flashlight is on, just on, like it just blinks on, and you have to go back and forth, and you actually see it like kind of shake, or shimmer a little bit, but it stays on, and then you put it down. Now, as the bulb heats up, the lens, the plastic chrome lens that's inside there, that expands and it pushes on the plate, and it breaks contact with the battery, with the flow of electricity in there. So the flashlight goes out, and it usually sputters out. But as it cools down, because now the bulb is off, it's not putting out any heat anymore, that cone, that reflector, cools down and contracts. And when it does that, it makes contact again, thus turning on the flashlight. And you put it in this cycle where it's heating up, expanding, turning off, and then cooling down, contracting, turning on. And it'll keep going like that on a cycle. It'll keep going. It has nothing to do with spirits, ghosts, or you asking questions or whatever. So that's basically how it works. I did do a video on it. So
oh yeah, there is a video.
there is a video I
right?
did. Yeah. And I borrowed from a guy that really did. There was a guy that broke it down. I think he was German or Dutch. He did an awesome breakdown on it. And I kind of borrowed, well, not kind of, I did. I borrowed a few clips from him just for to explain it better.
Jim put a link in there. I don't know if that's it.
That might be it. Thank you, Dr. Jim. I'm going to find mine. There it is. Flashlight trick. Share. And is that it? No, that's not the one I have. All right, so this is mine. I'm going to put it in there, and it's going in now. And that'll go through and not only explain it, it'll show you some diagrams, animation that the other guy did that I credit, but I also show you, especially in the beginning, like the first few seconds, I show you that they turn on. And then I'll tell you about it and explain it in more detail. So enjoy.
And Tim says, as your attorney, I advise you to stop talking about how you use that video.
I gave him credit. So I'm good as long as I don't try to pass it off as my own, which is not something that I do. Zach Beckins.
New question. New question.
Okay. Kimberly, what's up, girl? If I could twinkle my nose like Samantha from Bewitched and put you anywhere in the world that was supposedly
Haunted.
Supposedly.
How about
Haunted.
supposed to be haunted? Supposedly or supposed to be?
Supposedly. Where would you go? Where would you go?
I like how you do the twinkle nose thing. I would do the click my ruby
Heels?
slippers.
Let's see. Where would I go?
I don't have red ruby shoes. That's next.
I don't know.
You don't know where you would go?
I don't know. There's not really.
I don't think there's places maybe that you would go that weren't necessarily haunted. Like, wouldn't you like to go visit the pyramids?
Yeah, but that's the question, though. Haunted.
How about like Dracula's castle? Is that haunted?
I don't know if
I would
that's-
love to see that.
I know it's supposedly just like a friend's reference. If you,
I would
seen
love to go
it. It's
see
Joey's
that.
thing. Transylvania. I don't know. I think I would
That's where I
like
would go.
to. Actually, you know what? I think I would like to go to Raymond Hall because that's like, I mean, it's my
Really?
pick. Why
Oh,
you like?
Where is that? Where is
That
Raymond
is in England,
Hall? Okay, well, I'd go over there.
and it's a pretty, it's a big place. I mean, Raymond Hall is huge, but it's also got other ghost stories associated other
Right.
than the Brown Lady. But I would go there mostly to see the staircase.
Grand Castle. Kimberly says.
And I would, yeah, wouldn't mind staying there for a couple nights. I think it would be cool and really do like a full circle of like all the stuff that I do, and
Yeah, it's
You
true.
know,
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool.
that'd be really cool to do. So there you go. Pop me over to Raymond Hall, and I'll be happy. And make sure I get a return flight. I don't want to be stuck there. All right. Do you believe in guardian angels? I do not. I don't believe in angels whatsoever, or demons or anything like that. So I don't. For me, that's a religious belief and something that you are raised and indoctrinated into believing. So I don't think they exist. I have no reason to believe that they exist. And I mean, going back through history, you can trace a lot of demons and or angels, specific ones through to the deities of other belief systems. So yeah, I mean, basically no. that's my final answer. There you go.
My final answer.
My final answer.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't. Jay, what's up, buddy? Have you heard about the George's Island folklore ghost story about the lady in black prowling Fort Warren in Boston Harbor? Boston Harbor.
I've heard of that one.
It's a story from my childhood, and there's an interesting story from the 1840s. I have not heard of this, so
I
let's
did. I don't know
look it
when
up
or
real quick.
where. Maybe on one of the
George's
shows.
Island
Boston
ghost.
Harbor.
George's Island ghost. George's Island. Let's see. The Lady in Black is most notable ghost to haunt George's Island. It's under Boston Ghosts. George's Island. Ooh, George's Island played a pivotal role in many battles over the years. The island is located at the entrance to Boston Harbor, so it is in a key location. In the 1840s, Fort Warren began to be constructed, and it was completed in 1850. The fort was designed in a pentagon shape, ooh, and contained barracks,
most of them?
ammunition storage, hospital, kitchen, jail, and had a battery of artillery that faced the sea. Who's the Lady in Black? The Lady in Black is the most notable ghost to haunt George's Island. Her story is unique and colorful. She is said to be Mrs. Andrew Lanier. She was the wife of the Confederate soldier that was in prison. Wait, she was the wife of a Confederate soldier that was in prison there in 1861. According to local history, Miss Lanier Lanier. Lanier? I'm going to say Lanier. It sounds better. Received a letter informing her that her husband was imprisoned at Fort Warren. Distraught over her imprisonment, she set out to free him. Traveled across Georgia, Massachusetts, stopped, blah, 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 blah. In preparation for the feat, she cut her hair and dressed in men's clothes. She carried a pistol and a pickaxe. Oh, she was looking for trouble.
Mhm.
She was. There's more to
I
this
think
story.
we should go visit.
It would be interesting. I wouldn't mind going
That would be kind
to
of cool.
check it out. She went into the jail, squeezed through the slits in the jail window, and was hidden by the Confederate soldiers there. The soldiers used her pickaxe to tunnel out of the jail. This, however, took them several weeks to finish. Unfortunately, on the final night of digging, the guards heard the digging and the alarm was raised. When the guards removed the Confederate soldiers from the tunnel, Mrs. Lanier was able to surprise the guards. She took out her pistol and to shoot the guards. Unfortunately for her, as the guards slapped the pistol out of her hand, it went off and the shot killed her husband instead.
Bitch.
She was condemned to death by hanging. She asked that she be given female clothes to wear as her final request. Sadly, there were no female clothes on the island, but the search did turn up some black robes, of course.
Of course
she was
they
hanged
did,
and
yeah.
buried in these black robes. That sounds like a lot of folklore going on there. I'd be interested to see
cool
if
to
there's
see
any
this.
records. I mean, we
Yeah.
do have her name, so we can start there. I don't like the fact that this story, at least this version that I'm reading here off of BostonGhosts.com, I don't like that they have an unnamed Confederate soldier as her husband. That's my first red flag. And it's like, all right, why isn't he named? Why don't we know him? But it would be interesting. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to actually write it down here because I think this is a good thing to do. You know,
I think
because
this would be a good trip.
Boston
We need to go back to Boston anyway.
Lady in Black. Lady in Black. I think it would be
I
fun.
think next year we should plan a trip to like the Northeast.
We're in the Northeast.
No, like up like Maine. Like
Oh,
up
okay.
the
All the way up
northern-
there?
Yeah, like New Hampshire.
Okay.
and I think we should do that.
It's an interesting
Road
story.
trip.
Thanks, Jay, for sharing that. I'm going to look into it a little bit more. Maybe I can do a piece on that.
Yeah.
That'd be
cool.
interesting if I could track down some records and see what's going on. All right.
Next question from
Hmm.
Kimberly. She's on a
Favorite
roll.
piece of paranormal equipment besides a recorder and yourself has to be a piece of equipment, and you have to pick one. So, favorite piece of paranormal equipment besides a recorder and yourself. I mean, I use a recorder,
It would
but I
be
use it to
probably
take notes.
camera.
But yeah, my camera is usually what I like best because I do document everything through pictures.
Or video.
I take pictures. I do take video of certain things, and my Nikons do that both, so it's nice to do. Instead of that, I would say low tech paper and pen. I take that all the time.
Or just a hand recorder just to hear what's going on. Not really.
Well,
for
yeah, that's what I
EVPs,
mean. Yeah, like that's what this says,
but- it's just
recorder.
said
So yeah,
instead of, besides a recorder.
I mean, I do
Okay,
take a
I'm
recorder
sorry.
so I can take notes. And then actually I record everything. I try to record everything, like just turn it on when I get there and leave it on. I do like my spirit level. That's showed many times. It showed like uneven floors, that doors and cabinet doors were hung off
Find
center.
a chimney with care.
So I do like bringing that along because that usually gets stares. Like I only know of one other person that takes a spirit level with them in their kit, and that's Ben Rafford. I haven't known anyone else that takes one, and I take mine all the time. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I do take my RF detector, radio
She's
frequency
saying
detector.
one. Which one?
Hey,
It has to be
relax.
one.
So yeah, all these I do like. So I guess my
All these I
top
do like.
pick, I would say my camera, because you didn't say that wasn't one I couldn't pick. So there you go. Because paranormal equipment just sucks.
I know, right? We bring
It's
Bob with us.
All right. What do we got? Wait. Before we get there, she had a follow up here. REM, MEL, EMF, music box. So the MEL and the EMF are basically the same, except the MEL does temperature too. The REM pod is just a novelty item. A music box is I think that's the ultrasonic supposed to be sensor, but it's basically a motion sensor, and I don't rely on any of them. I don't think any of them are useful. I mean, they're fun and they're novelties, but without any proper controls and without actually knowing what sets them off, or what could set them off, I wouldn't use any of them. Um, it's just too easy. Like the REM pod, you can set up with a two-way radio, so I wouldn't trust that with other people in the building. Um, and motion detection. I mean, I use passive infrared. I've used that. Um, but as far as motion detecting, I mean, how small does it have to be? Like, these are specs that we need to know. Like, when you have a thing that says, hey, this detects kind of motion, like what kind of motion and how is it doing it? And then how small does something have to be, or how much motion has to be moved in order to set it off? These are specs that we need to know, and I don't know them for those devices, so that's why I can't really comment too much on them. And some of the devices I have looked up, and like for instance, when we the gadgets that were on display at the Shanley, I had to email the guy that made them in order to get the specs because they weren't posted anywhere. They weren't on the page or anything like that. I had to actually email him and get specs from him, and they were still about so and so with numbers. So it wasn't specific. So what is this? Controlled alone. I'm not sure what that means, but I guess controlled. It's not really controlled, and we can talk about controlled environments at a later time because that's going to get into a lot of detail. But alone, I don't know. Again, I got to really look at how they work. I need one. So if anyone wants to donate one, I'll take it because I want to play with it and figure out how it works. So we can go from there. All right. What else we got? Mm-hmm. So when are we gaming together, John Kennedy? I don't know. What do you got? I've been playing The Witcher 3, so that's all I've been playing, and I don't think that's a multiplayer kind of game.
No.
So I don't know what. Shoot me a message. Let me know what you're playing. We'll jump on. I got a headset for my Xbox. If you're on Xbox, because that's the only thing I'm on. I don't play like PlayStation or PC games. So let me know. Shoot me a message, and we'll see if we can get together. All right. What else we got? Red Man, why do the medium tend to not mention last names? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Because they don't know them. And that's a straight up honest answer. They do not know them. I don't think the mediums know any of the names. That's why it's much easier to give first names, common first names, like John, Jerry, James, Jim, or maybe Sarah, Mary, Donna, something like that. You start spitting out names and wait to see
wink,
who what sticks. Last names, surnames are much harder to come up with.
Smith.
Because, well, I mean, Smith is really easy. If someone would say Smith to me, I'd be like,
right?
"Are you kidding me?"
He's like Joe Smith.
This is Joe over.
Smith.
Joe Smith. Yeah, we're done. we're done. Game over. But yeah,
Rodriguez.
Last names. It's funny. I mean, the one I keep when I see something like this, I always remember the John Edward clip where he's like in an Irish pub and he's doing a reading and he's throwing out every Irish McLovin, every Mick kind of thing that he can think of, and he's still getting it wrong. And it's a beautiful piece of video. Makes me laugh every time I see it. But yeah, I mean, basically that's my answer. They don't have it. They can't because they don't have it. That's it. All right. What else? What else we got here? John Kennedy, does Tim have something to tease on Wednesday? I don't know. You'd have to ask Tim. All I know is for Wednesday, we're going to be talking about the electromagnetic field paper that we published in a journal, and I have to read it because I forget what was in it. It's been so long. Like it really has been a long time since we started that. So I have to reread it and familiarize myself with at least with the parts that I contributed, so that I can look like I'm smart. But yeah, that's about it. All right, Kent Anderson, awesome. Do you consider remote viewing the same as a psychic read, hot or cold? So I guess it depends on the context, what we're talking about. If this is just someone saying, I'm going to remote view a location and we don't actually know the location, then you could probably use cold reading techniques and just throw anything out there. But if it comes down to remote viewing versus a psychic reading, they're two different things. So like psychics, we're actually a medium is the one that's supposed to be talking with deceased, and then psychics are supposed to be making like seeing into the future or in the past or something like that. It's not talking to deceased people. Remote viewing, on the other hand, is almost more like a out of body experience where you go and you can see a location somewhere else on the planet, and you can describe that location, be in the location. And the reason I have this the other side, because it's backwards here. The reason I have this box is because I've talked to people that claim to do remote viewing, and they said this is something that they could do. So I have this box that you can, they should be able to poke their astral projected head into and see what's going on in there, and tell me what the object is. So there's two different things. One is more like talking to spirits. The other is you almost becoming a spirit yourself, because I guess that's like astral projection or out of body, and going to a location and seeing the things for yourself. So that's the difference that I see. Hope that answered your question. All right. What proof exists that? Whoa.
I'm sorry. What proof exists that proves those devices are linked to paranormal? Asking for a friend.
There. As far as I know, there is none. The devices are basically things that people see, and I'm giving a Cliff Notes version of my answer here. They see it. It lights up. It has an alarm. It reads something. And they're like, oh, we can use that. And they incorporate it. And I'm all for trying new things. I'm absolutely all for trying new things. But there has to be a real reason to try it. And when you try it, it should be done in a controlled environment, with controlled experiments, with methodology that's detailed and laid out in front of you, like with a plan. But these devices that we see, the typical ghost hunting devices, are not. There is no link. It's basically throwing lawn darts. That's basically it. Throwing lawn darts at a group of your friends, basically to see what sticks. And if it lights up, it must be something paranormal. And unfortunately, that's the mentality that we see in the ghost hunting community, where if something lights up or makes a noise and we can't explain why it does that, then it's mysterious. It's an anomaly. And yeah, it's an anomaly, but our job, especially if we talk, you totally threw me off with that.
I'm so sorry.
Damn it!
Sorry, I didn't think you were gonna read it right away.
My God.
Usually when you're in the middle,
my
of
eyes
something.
go directly to it. Like, oh, I gotta read it. Boing.
I'm gonna put it back up then because it was a good statement.
Oh my God. Whatever, Bob.
He says no offense.
Yeah. Okay. how you offend people. No offense, asshole. What was the question? You got to put the question back up because I don't know what I was talking about.
What
Gadgets.
proof exists
Okay.
that proves those devices are linked to the paranormal?
I think you should read every question though.
I will.
Okay.
If you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead. So yeah, I don't think there's a link at all. I think that whatever link there is basically, it blinked, and I don't know why. So we're gonna try it again. I mean, honestly, I'm trying to break it down. That's the simplest way I can explain it. That's what I see. It blinks. Okay. It made a noise. Oh, okay. I don't know why. So let's do it. And I think that's the bane of ghost hunters is that they don't fucking learn how to use the fucking equipment. Now I'm getting fired up.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
Let's not get fired up.
it's all right. I mean, it's something that they need to do. You need to learn what your equipment does.
You need to know
Cue the Barry
equipment.
White. You need to know your equipment. You need to know what it does, how it works, how to properly interpret the results and the data that comes out of it. Damn it. Stop just bullshitting around, wasting your fucking time.
God. All right, let's moving on. Thanks, Redman, for firing them up.
I'm reading Dave's comment.
Oh.
For those not for environmental monitoring, possible correlation with ghosts and haunting. I mean, it's one. If you're reading the environment, I agree, Dave. Like, yeah, it's good to read the environment, but know what you're doing, know how the device is reading it, what it's doing, and what controls need to be in place for that to get good data, not just random bullshit that we see over and over and over and over again.
Kenny.
Donna.
No, Robert.
Oh.
Be nice.
Be nice. Be nice until it's time
not to be nice.
And right now, it's not time to be nice.
Well, it actually is, because guess what time it is?
Adventure time!
It's remote viewing challenge time.
Oh my! This is she's doing the producer job and saying, "Hey, we got to keep on schedule." All right. So you know what? We'll give you like 2 more minutes. Last chance to get your.
So then you have to shake it again, and no second guesses, peeps. I wrote them down.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
Because you're not going to get it.
You can guess all you want. And there you go. So put a G, capital G in front of your guess. You can guess again if you want to. That's fine. I'm cool with that.
We're going to, John Kennedy, maybe this weekend, we are talking about going to a place. So maybe K&D Adventure will throw up a video.
Maybe we'll, maybe
I'm not saying anything because, it might not happen,
reasons.
But reasons.
Reasons. Might not happen. We'll see. All right.
Redman says you need a Scooby snack. Here's a chocolate covered pretzel.
No, I'm good. Maybe it's this.
Yeah. Maybe
oh, you know what? It is. Look, unofficial sponsor. Yeah, Angry Orchard.
It's making them angry.
It worked.
it actually did.
Good job, Angry Orchard. I mean, that's what you're selling. It worked. See?
You did, right?
Mediums, that's how it's done.
Wow.
Oh man.
Now everybody's got all their guesses are coming flooding in here.
Oh,
so
good.
You're up for talking.
I'm
for
up
a
for
while.
talking. All right, good. Because we have no more questions.
Well, go give it your spiel. I guess you have stuff coming up.
Oh, so I can do announcements because we are almost there. I'll do the announcements right now. Our Squid Bob announcements. Let me see if I can bring that up. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, that's right. All right. So next Friday night, we will have Daniel Reed, author at Skeptical Inquirer.
He will
all
be
around
live
nice guy.
Live?
He's going to be live in studio. He's going to be in here somewhere. I don't know where we're going to put him, but he's going to be in here somewhere. We'll make room. I'll move over this.
Well, maybe we can do it in the living room again like we did.
He can do this. Oh, yeah. We can do a pajama party kind of thing.
Yeah.
Unless Melanie gets mad. She'll be like, no, pajama parties are mad.
Well, she's not in the show, so.
We'll see. So, yeah, that's next Friday. July 14th to 16th, we will be in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania for the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. It's a great conference. It's fun. There's a lot of people there. We get to hang out with a lot of people. We're going to be hanging out with the Paranormal Peaches. That's right. Our favorite girls of all time. Hanging out, doing that stuff. And they have parties. So we're going to have fun. Other news. We have July 21st and 28th, both Friday nights. And I mentioned this earlier that we're going to be in 2 undisclosed locations on location with 2 different special guests. So stay tuned because I'm not going to announce it until closer. Probably, yeah, much
Probably
closer. Probably
day
like
before.
2 days before or something like that.
But there will be a show.
There will be shows.
So put it on your
plan
calendar,
on doing the show,
and they'll be interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun with these, and let's see, August 5th and 6th. If you're in the Buffalo area, there is the Buffalo Oddities Expo.
I would like to do that.
I know, I would too, because it sounds like fun. But that's in the area. We're totally going. So we're going to be hanging out there. If you're in the area, come hang out. August 14th to the 20th, I will be in Seattle, Washington, and Portland, Oregon. I'm going to do presentations for our CFI branches and affiliate groups out there. So I'm going to be doing 2 talks and then also doing social events with our groups out there because we do have affiliate groups. CFI has affiliate groups and branches all over the country. And we have 2 out there, plus another science organization, the Oregonians. Oregonians for Science and Reason, I think. Oh, I forget. I hope she's not watching because then she'll be upset. But there's another group that's coming out, so we're going to do 2 lectures. I'm doing 2 lectures for them about solving mysteries. And so if you're in that area, look it up. I'll be posting more information really, really, really soon because it's coming up.
It's coming up, yeah. I'll be here before you
After
know.
that, September 16th is the Mothman Festival. I plan on going down to West Virginia. Yeah, going down there and hopefully hanging out with Daniel Reed down there and Tim Vickers. And then also making a trip over to the Flatwoods area to look into some of the stuff with the Flatwoods Monster because that's a well-known case. And I'd really like to see the areas where that took place. October 14th is, what is this? Oh, October 14th, I'll be attending the premiere of a certain ghost hunting show here in Buffalo. There is a series called Death Walker. And the host of that show is doing a live premiere at a theater close by. And I bought a ticket. I bought 2 tickets actually. Me, Donna can't go. Or actually, you didn't want to go. You didn't want to go.
There's a difference.
But I will be there with Eric behind the wall. He's going to come out with me, and we're going to hang out. We're going to see this premiere. They do have a bar, so that was my stipulation because they had a bar, and I asked if it was open, it was going to be open, and they say yes. So I'm like, all right, cool, I'll buy a ticket, and so we'll be out there for that. And then lastly, there is October 26th to 29th is SciCon in Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll be out there. I'm going to be doing a workshop for SciCon, teaching people.
Come up, Bob. 7 hours is nothing.
Yeah, Bob, come on up.
Come on, it's
Drive
summertime
up.
for you. You don't have to work.
Damn it, Bob.
Come on. We have a room for you.
Yeah, you can crash with us because we know you.
Yeah.
You can crash. That's free rent. I mean, and then, lastly, I do have one more thing is the November 4th and 5th. Yeah, is the New Jersey Para Unity Conference or Expo. We'll be out for that. We're actually coming down I think this is the first time we're going to go down early so we can do the whole like meet and greet party. So I can, piss off people early.
Yeah, right?
No, I'm kidding. I mean, it's always a good time. We actually have a good time there.
Bob, it's only 7 hours to here too. He's saying 7 hours to West Virginia.
There are my announcements.
Yay!
There are my announcements.
What about SciCon? Did you mention
I did SciCon, yeah.
Carolyn
I did mention SciCon.
mentioned SciCon.
And I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be nice. I'm actually looking forward to the trip out to Seattle and Portland because I haven't been there before. This will be my first time in both cities, and I'm hoping to see some people. I'm hoping like Susan Gerbic comes out to the one because it's kind of close, a couple hours drive, but I'm hoping that she comes out and visits. And I'm hoping Brian Dunning comes out to the Portland one because I think that's still like 2 hours for him, but I'm hoping he comes out and visits because it'll be nice to see him too. All right. So with that, I think we do you have all the guesses?
I do. I
Okay.
have them all written
Read them
down.
off.
All right. So, a marble, Baby Yoda, a deck of cards, metal drink container, a dollar coin, gold-plated Star Wars thing that you just got.
Good one. Good one.
Tickets to Indiana for me and you to go visit John and Melissa.
Interesting.
A pack of Post-it notes. Donna's wedding ring. I don't know why that would be in the box, but a pencil sharpener, a ping pong ball, a dry erase marker, wooden whistle, a pencil, die or dice, tachyons.
That's a good one.
A soda bottle cap.
Soda bottle. Okay.
A bottle cap. Yes.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's it. All right. I'm gonna open it. Let me switch our screen here so you get the full effect of everything.
Oh, you get
there
out.
we go. All right. Here we go.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Aww. Nobody would have guessed that.
So this is my Get Haunted pendulum disc thing with Raggedy Ann. And I won't call it Annabelle.
If anybody would have said Raggedy Ann, I would have been like, what? That would have been pretty close. They would have had a win.
I would have given them the win.
Yeah.
If they would have said Raggedy Ann. And not Annabelle, because that's not the name. But yeah, that's what was inside. I got this at Pennhurst from our friends at Get Haunted. They gave me this, and so now it sits on my shelf actually back here.
Tom says clearly there's a false bottom in that box, and he switched the whistle out.
You wish. Yeah, that's all right. It's all good.
Come back next time.
Come back next time. Yeah, we'll do it again, and maybe I won't take this to Gettysburg because we're not setting up, but I'll probably have it at the New Jersey Expo in November.
Yeah, Power Unity.
Yeah, because I usually take this and my other testing tools out and set them up for people to try. So, all right. So we are just about out of time.
Yeah, it's a long night, but
it was good.
It was a nice show, and we had a lot of people in. Thanks for stopping by, especially on this holiday weekend.
Yes. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone coming out Friday night and just hanging out. All the questions, the comments, the conversation.
Yeah.
It's really good.
You rolled the dice, Robert. You did. I rolled the dice.
I'm kind of bummed that nobody wanted to come on. Because I get it though.
John did want to, but his internet connection has been messy all night because they lost power earlier.
I mean, is it just easier? And I'm just curious. Like, is it just easier just to sit back and watch?
And
I get that. Yeah, then actually have to come on. Because I wonder sometimes if it's
Bob said he wanted to.
Some people are like nervous.
Maybe we need to put the link in a little bit more.
I did it. Oh, I did it twice. I mean,
Bob says he cannot.
Bob, you can pop on. I put it in the chat room.
Oh,
so like now it just popped in there.
Is there a spot where I can just dump it once in a while?
So yeah,
I'll get better at it, guys. I'm sorry.
I'll show you how to do it so that you can start putting it in there.
Yeah, Cheryl. Yeah, come back next week.
You got 5 minutes to pop in if you want to, and like you can all pop in.
Yeah, I'll pop in and say happy
pop in
4th
just
of
to say
July.
happy 4th of July and then get the hell out.
Yeah.
And I'll try to find a flashlight maybe for next week when Daniel's here. Maybe we'll have it going on.
Cool. We'll have to write it down. Remember, find the right one.
But yeah, other than that, I guess I guess that's it. I'm waiting like a few seconds to see if anyone's coming on.
Yeah,
but I don't
it's too
think
late now. Maybe
right.
In next week. Do we have a guest next? Yeah, we do. Daniel will be here.
I didn't post the link.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
You just did.
I did. It popped up. I wonder where.
Bob's in Facebook.
He's in
says
Facebook.
It posted there, Bob.
Yeah.
Did it not?
It's coming up in my feed.
It's in
Does
there.
anyone
Bob.
else see
it's
the?
I am Kenny
let me
Biddle.
know.
It's under mine. It's on my phone.
Yeah. Link gone. No worries. Okay. Well, I'll put it in next time. We'll get to it. But for everyone else, have a great weekend, especially if it's a long weekend for you. Like we have
Facebook.
We have a 4-day weekend here, which we have to take. But enjoy your weekend. Be safe.
Yeah.
Learn something. Have fun. Be nice.
Be nice.
And remember,
Never stop learning.
whoa.
I thought you were going to
That's
forget.
really close to being fired.
I thought you were going to forget. I
Don't
thought
steal
you were
the
wrapping
tagline.
it up.
No, don't steal the tagline.
Wow, I am so
Don't.
sorry. That will never happen again.
Turning your mic off now.
Oh, go ahead. The show's over.
Never stop learning. I'll see you next
Love
week.
you guys.
Bye.
Bye.